back in the day when I used to be a part of this big atheist community that was growing around the country, while definitely they were used to opposing Christian theocracy a lot, there was a bipartisan effort to also oppose Islamism and Islamic theocracy, and Orthodox Judaism as well, getting into the public schools, and all these other different belief systems. And that's something that really did bother me, that the atheist movement, or what became of it, focused then solely on only going after Christian theocracy, but we're fine with not only not going after Islamic theocracy, but in some cases even defending it in the name of diversity. How is that accomplish separation of church and state then? How does that accomplish secularism then? And that's something that always definitely bothered me, because if there is a group of Islamists that want to get into the public schools, teach a bunch of nonsense to K through 12 students, we should absolutely oppose it just as much as opposing Christian theocracy. And the issue with some of these people is they'll just ignore that in order to get their own personal agenda fulfilled. And that's what bugs me too about a lot of these clubs as well. It's bad optics, and you're not actually preaching what you claim to be preaching, wanting secularism, wanting religious neutrality, wanting evangelism out of the schools, because that's the case. And I would be in lockstep with these groups, and in some cases I am. If these groups ever contact us and want to do some work together, maybe we would say yes. We have yet to receive those emails, because a lot of those groups unfortunately have been taken over by wokeism. But that's my problem with these clubs. And you did a very, very good analysis. Now, I'll say it again, because it really was well. You didn't hold back any punches. You weren't politically correct to the left or the right on the topic. And I really think everybody should go to your channel, everybody, Actual Justice Warrior. It's in the description below of this video, of this stream. Check it out once we're done here, and go watch that video and give that video a like and share it, because that's a very nuanced, secular, amazing view of this issue that we're seeing right now in public schools across the country.
Right. And I would say, like, to close this out, like, again, I understand why atheist groups oppose these things. This is what atheist groups do for a long time. And there's like very notable young activists, that are in high school that end up suing their school and winning. And I don't, I support them in that over individual issues. But I would think if you have a movement, like, it's kind of like having $100 and you're trying to go grocery shopping. So you have to figure out how much money you're going to put into each category of food. So if you're spending all your time like trying to fight back against like mild inclusions of Christianity, which I understand why you want to oppose it, but you're not doing anything or saying anything about, for instance, they had that teacher that recently showed Muhammad in an art class, and people are putting her picture in the news, even the post-millennial, to call them out, by the way, because they should have blurred that teacher's face. Like, you need to do something and say something and step up about that person's life being in danger because she showed her students some art. Like, you can get the federal government to pay for like an art display that's a cross in a jar of piss. Like, that's an actual thing. But like, we're losing people in the Western world. Like, there was a decapitation in France over depictions of Muhammad or insulting Muhammad. Like, there's a scale to these problems. And I'm not saying you have to spend all of your time over there, but like, again, if you have $100, you got to spend some of it on that issue, like some of your political capital. And I get United States majority Christian, so it's fine to have majority Christian function, but I would think that, violence is probably a thing that we would want to address more than, being annoying, which a lot of these Christians are just annoying in the schools.
Yeah, we have to have, we have to be transparent when it comes to opposing theocracy. If you brand your entire organization, your entire initiative, get big donors to donate to your conferences and endeavors to claim, I support the separation between church and state, I don't want any religious theocracy in our public schools, you should actually preach it. You shouldn't, only be selective when it's politically convenient to you. It's why with us at Atheists for Liberty, we actually do have political diversity within our organization. We're not just the group that goes to CPAC. We have people that oppose Christian theocracy that are a part of our organization too. And we are transparent about our viewpoint, and it's on our website as well. And we're proud to still do that. And we're proud to be one of the very few national organizations or national entities in the US that actually is still upholding that original message. And we go at it when it comes to our work on our activism and talking to our members, and we go at it on social media such as Twitter. So if all of you guys go to our Twitter at Atheist Liberty, please give us a follow, because there's a lot of public messaging and stuff that we try to get out on a really quick basis. And the more of you that follow us on Twitter, the more you'll be able to see that and give us a hand when you can.